Oh, it is myself. This is a video response to Monkey Spaz 5000. He was asking the question, do you play video games to completion? And when he says completion, he doesn't mean do you get 1,000 gamer points, 1,000 achievements, you unlock every level, whatever it is. I think he just really means do you play a game through to the very end, you get the title sequence, and that's it. Personally, the answer to that is no. It's, for me, the problem is, modern games nowadays, they're just, some of the time investment required for modern games is just, in my mind, it's ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, it's giving you fantastic value for money, but I simply don't have the time to sit and put into these games. I've got a mate who he'll play things like, what's the name of it? It's on the 360. Hang on a second, I've got it up there somewhere. You know what? I can't even see the damn thing because I've got other games in front of it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, there's a game. It came out. There was a trilogy of them. Can't remember what the hell it was called, and it was basically a sort of RPG type affair on the 360, and it. You had to put in something like 60 to 100 hours. Now, 100 hours is a shitload of gaming time. I don't know, I'm probably lucky. I'm probably lucky if I play maybe 3 hours a week. So that would take me, 60 divided by 3 is 20. That would take me about 20 weeks gaming time to complete one game. Now, I'm simply not going to invest that amount of time into a game. Now you could probably say, well, that's been a bit stupid because you're not getting the most from a game, and you're absolutely right. And that is why I do try and avoid big time consuming games. I have to say, I bought Grand Theft Auto 5, is it? I think it is. And it's a time sink game, but what I like about Grand Theft Auto 5 is you can dip in, you can jump into the game, you can steal an ice cream van, you can run over some people, you can drive up a mountain in it, and then you can go and swim with sharks. You can just basically noodle about in the game, do what the hell you want, and I like that about these kind of games. But stuff like Skyrim, I bought Skyrim, I got it cheap maybe about 2 years ago, and I actually made a point. In fact, it was Steve Benway. Apologies for always scratching, I don't know why I always get achieving them up here. Steve Benway, he did a sort of a play. No, he didn't do a playthrough. He did one of his his play videos on Skyrim, and that kind of piqued my interest in the game, and I started playing it for a very short time. I think I played it twice, and then something else came along, and I started playing that. But yeah, as I say, I always maintain to anybody, and I don't go along with my own philosophy, but always maintain, if you want a game on a tight budget, then go out. My goodness, it's absolutely pissing it down the rain for a change. Yeah, if you're gaming on a budget, best thing you can do is buy yourself a second-hand 360, go on eBay, pick up a game for £3, and you can get 20-30 hours out of it. Throw it in the bucket, keep it, whatever, give it to your friend, buy another game. So yeah, you can budget, you can game on a budget and get a lot of time out of a game, which is excellent. But yeah, I'm completely I'm going off topic here. No, I don't. I'm not prepared to play unless a game really grabs me. What was the Dishonor? Yeah, Dishonor. I played Dishonor. I played and completed Dishonor on the 360. Absolutely loved the game. I find myself, if I do make a point of getting into a game, then it kind of grips you, and you've got that just one more go, and it gets to the point. Pardon me, it gets to the point where you're playing the game, and then it's getting late. You save it, and you really look forward to getting back into it the following day. I'm trying to think of the games that I've completed. I've not for being a a gamer for 30 years, I've completed very few games, and that's probably quite, I wouldn't say shameful, but it's probably a bit of waste of money on my part, because I buy a game, play it for a short time, move on, pick up something else, play it for a wee bit, move on. I mean, what games have I completed in my time? 8-bit, Robin of the Wood by, was it Thor Graphics? Castle Wolfenstein, Beyond Castle Wolfenstein. One game, sort of, I call it next gen, but I suppose it's quite a retro game now, is Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube. Completed on the GameCube, completed on the Wii. Absolutely awesome game. I've actually played through it a few times. Brilliant game, love it to bits. The atmosphere of that game is just incredible. So yeah, that was a game I got into, it really gripped me, and I couldn't wait to get back into it. And when I did eventually finish the game, as much as I was relieved, I was also quite disappointed, because that was the end of it. Another, in fact, probably the most recent game that I've completed was The Last of Us. Again, an absolutely astonishing game. If you've never played Last of Us on the PS3, and I believe it's coming out on the PS4, go and get it. Sell your granny, go and get it. If you've not got a granny, go and get a granny, then sell her, then go and get it. It's an astonishing storyline. It's one of these games that it kind of leaves a mark in you, and there's quite a few what the fuck moments. There's quite a few bits where you're, oh my goodness, you know, you're quite shocked with it. But yeah, Last of Us, that was a game. You know, if a game grips me, then I'll keep investing time in it. Sadly, there's far too many kind of generic, obviously your first person shooters, you know, and I lose interest fairly quickly. So that's probably, because my time's limited, that's probably why, you know, I enjoy playing the sort of quick pick me up and put down games, you know, arcade games, 8-bit games. 8-bit games, they weren't designed to be played for hours and hours and hours and hours. I wouldn't have thought. They're more designed, you can pick them up, play them for half an hour, 10 minutes, whatever, you know. So yeah, I mean, there's a guy I know who is an absolute perfectionist when it comes to completing video games. He will buy a game, he won't stop playing it until he's unlocked every single achievement, level, power up, whatever the hell you want to call it. I mean, when he plays a game in his 360, he won't stop playing it until he's got 1,000 gamer points. So, you know, I respect his dedication. It wouldn't be me. I've got better things to do than put 60 hours into a single video game. But yeah, as Monkey Spaz mentioned, I mean, and I've kind of touched on as well, you know, I've got far too many games. I'm simply not going to be alive long enough to complete all these games. Probably, in fact, I've probably not got enough time to bloody play them all, never mind complete them. So yeah, but by all means, you know, it's to kind of do what I do and to dip into a game, play it for a short time, and walk away is missing the point. It's both a waste of money, and you're also not getting to experience the whole, you know, the whole experience that the programmer set out to do. It's like watching a film halfway through, then just switching it off. You're not going to enjoy a film if you only watch it halfway, and a game's pretty much like that. I do find though some games, I mean, I've got quite a low boredom threshold. So if I'm playing a particular game, and I get to a point where I can't get past it, I'll only try so long, then I give up. I mean, one game, it was the original BioShock on the 360, Xbox 360. Absolutely an amazing game. I mean, it staggering. I mean, the sort of gaming world they created is amazing. It's sort of like pseudo Victorian steampunk gothic-y horror type thing. Amazing. I mean, the atmosphere is absolutely amazing. In fact, now that I've got my surround sound, I'm tempted to pick it up and play it again. In fact, you know what, I've actually got the second and the third one. Not the third one, yeah, I've got the third one which I almost completed as well. I've got the second one which I've never even put on because I've heard some sort of bad reviews about it, so I've never played it. But yeah, the first one was amazing, and I got to the very last bad guy, and I simply, because I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that's not played it, but basically when you actually get to the bad guy, you can't get any more weapons or energy, and unfortunately it saves just as you're about to kind of confront the bad guy, and I had virtually no energy, so of course I'm trying to fight this guy with bugger all energy, play it for 10 minutes, die, play it for 10 minutes, die, and I eventually just gave up. And people are like, "Oh, you've got to play it. You've got to play it. You can't not play it." And I thought, well, I'm not prepared to waste. I could, at the end of the day, I could go into bloody YouTube, watch the game ending, and that's it. So I wasn't prepared to waste any more time trying to play it. I says maybe it's just because I've not got the patience for them. And funnily enough, it's the same with the new Bioshock. Did I say Bioforge? I did say Bioforge. It's not Bioforge. It's Bioshock. You nutter. Yeah, Bioshock. Bioforge was a game that came out in the PC. Anybody old enough may remember it. It was one of the first kind of 3D games. Anyway, I diverse. Yeah, Bioshock. But funnily enough, I've got Bioshock Infinity, I think they call it. And again, I'm on the last bloody level, and it's a level where you're on this ship and you're just getting bloody hammered with all these minions and baddies and what have you. And I've played it and played it and played it and played it. And I can play it for 10-20 minutes, then I die, and you go back to start, and you play it for 10-20 minutes and you die, you go back to start, and you play it for 10-20 minutes and you die, and you go back to start. And I thought, ah, bollocks to this, I'm not that interested in seeing the end. I mean, I've tried it too many times, and I don't think I'm going to do it. And one thing that I do, which probably I'll be shot down in flames for, is maybe because I'm getting old, my reactions aren't as good, not got as much patience, but when I play a modern game I tend to stick on easy, because I know I've got so many bloody games to play. There's no point in me putting it on hard and only getting to first level, so I would much rather get through as much as I can on easy level, as long as it's not stupidly easy where you're not even having to think about it. I mean, I find easy level, or casual as I like to call it in sort of level terms, difficulty terms, I find that's usually quite a challenge as well, so I tend to play games on the sort of easier levels just to try and get through the thing to get my money's worth. So anyway, I think I have prattled on long enough. Interesting to hear other people's comments. As usual, thanks for watching, guys.